My friends, let me pull up a chair and talk to you the way one old-timer talks to another. My name is Walter Greene. I'm 72. I've lived in Ohio most of my life. I've survived a war, raised 2 kids, buried a wife, and fought through a few health scares of my own. And about 8 years ago, I had a morning that changed everything. A moment that taught me the hard way that after 60, the most dangerous part of your day isn't the afternoon. It's not the evening. It's the very first hour after you open your eyes. Now, this isn't a doctor talking. I'm not here in a white coat. I'm not reading off a chart. This is just an old man who learned from mistakes and wants the rest of you folks to learn a whole lot easier than I did. And today, this is my very first video on this channel. If you're here, thank you. If you're over 60 or caring for someone who is, then you're in the right place. So let me tell you the 7 morning habits that nearly pushed me into a stroke and the simple changes that pulled me back. Sit with me a bit. Let's talk like neighbors. 1. The coffee mistake that nearly knocked me down. Back when I was 64, I used to wake up, shuffle my slippers across the kitchen floor, and pour myself a big, strong cup of black coffee. Before water, before breakfast, before anything. Sound familiar? I used to think it woke me up, made me feel sharp, gave me a head start. But as I grew older, I started having these tiny moments, little spells where my hands shook, or I forgot a word mid-sentence, or I'd feel the room lean to one side for a second. I brushed it off. Just getting old, I told myself. One morning, I actually spilled my mug because my fingers just slipped. That's when I knew something wasn't right. What I didn't realize was this. Sleeping all night dries your body out. Your blood thickens. It moves like cold syrup. And then you toss caffeine into the mix. The stuff tightens your blood vessels, speeds your heart, and pulls even more water out of you. That combination, it's like hitting the gas pedal on a car with no oil. So now, I drink a glass of warm water first. I wait 20 minutes. Then I enjoy my coffee like a civilized old man with some sense in his head. I still love coffee. I just had to change when I drink it. 2. The sitting on the bed trap. Let me tell you a story. Every morning for years, I'd sit on the edge of my bed. 15 minutes, sometimes 20, just sitting. I told myself I was waking up slowly, but what I really was stuck. My legs felt heavy, my feet were cold. I felt groggy and foggy, like my brain hadn't caught up. As it turns out, when you're lying down all night, your blood pools in your legs, especially when you're older. The valves in your veins, those little flaps that push blood upward, they get tired just like we do. So when you wake up and stay still, that blood stays down there. Thick, slow, heavy. And the brain, poor thing, barely gets what it needs. That's why I used to stand up and see the whole room dim for a moment. These days, I wiggle my toes first, roll my ankles, lift my knees a little, move my shoulders. Just a few seconds. Then I stand up slow. A tiny habit, but I swear, it changed my mornings more than anything else. 3. The bathroom rush that nearly put me on the floor. Now this one scared me. It was a winter morning, cold, dark, quiet. I woke up with urgency. You know the kind. I stood up too fast, took 3 quick steps. Next thing I knew, my vision went black at the edges, like someone closing curtains. I didn't fall, but I came close. Real close. Here's the thing. When we stand up too quickly after a night of low blood pressure, the body can't catch up. Blood drops down. Brain goes empty for a moment. Now combine that with rushing and then straining in the bathroom. That's a dangerous cocktail. These days, I sit at the edge of the bed for 10 seconds. I breathe, I stand slow, and I walk to the bathroom like a man who respects gravity. Because at 72, gravity has more to say about your day than you might think. 4. The years I skipped breakfast and paid for it. For almost 2 years, I skipped breakfast. I told myself I was intermittent fasting, but truth be told, I was just lazy. I'd drink coffee, take my meds, and think I was doing something healthy. Then came the morning when I tried to unlock my phone and couldn't remember my own passcode. Not for a whole minute. That was the moment I got scared. Low blood sugar hits older brains harder. We don't store energy like young folks do, and morning medications on an empty stomach? That's just asking for trouble. Now I eat something small, half a banana, a spoonful of yogurt, a handful of walnuts. Nothing fancy, just enough to tell my brain, good morning, here's some fuel. My thinking got sharper, my hands steadied, my energy lasted longer. Small meal, big difference. 5. Morning stress. The silent hard hitter. You want to know what I used to do every morning? I'd grab my phone, scroll the news, politics, crime, disasters. You know, the kind of headlines that make your blood boil before you've even stretched your back. And I could feel it. My chest tightening, my jaw clenching, my blood pressure rising like a pot on a stove. One day, I checked my numbers, right after reading the news. It was the highest morning reading I'd ever seen. So I stopped. Cold turkey. Now I start with 10 quiet breaths. Sometimes I stand by the window. Sometimes I just listen to the house settling. The news can wait. The world can wait. My heart, it comes first. 6. The blood pressure wake-up call. Most of my life, I checked my blood pressure in the evening, after dinner, after resting. It always looked good, normal, steady. I thought I was healthy. Then one doctor asked me, Walter, humor me, check it in the morning for a week. So I did, and my friends. I was shocked. Evening readings, 130/75. Morning readings, 180/95, every single day. My blood pressure was playing two different people, a calm one in the evening and a wild one in the morning. Now I check it within 10 minutes of waking up. Every day. It's the cheapest form of prevention I know. 60 seconds that can save your life. 7. The quietest danger of all. Sitting still too long. After I retired, I thought I'd earned slow mornings. I'd wake up, shuffle to my recliner, sit down, and stay there for 40 minutes reading the newspaper. And during that time, my legs would get colder, my mind foggier. Sometimes I'd lose track of what paragraph I was on. Then came the day I stood up, and my left hand tingled like I'd slept on it, except I hadn't. It was a warning, a tiny one, but a real one. Stillness is comfort, but too much stillness is trouble. Blood settles, clots form easier. The brain gets less oxygen. Now I spend 3 minutes moving, marching in place, lifting my arms, rolling my shoulders, just enough to wake up the machine, and I swear, it's the reason I still move well at 72. Bringing it all together. If you're still with me, thank you. I know this was long. I know mornings can feel overwhelming when your body isn't what it used to be. But I also know this. Little habits save lives. Small movements keep blood flowing. A few seconds of patience prevent big problems. Your brain, your heart, your legs, they're all whispering the same thing. Take it slow. Take it easy. Take care. You don't need to overhaul your life. You don't need expensive supplements. You don't need complicated routines. Just a few tiny changes. A glass of water, a slow stand, a calm mind, a bite of food, a pressure reading, a little motion. These are the things that pulled me back from the edge. And I hope, from one old friend to another, that they help you too. We're in this together. We're the generation that survived everything life threw at us. Wars, losses, jobs, kids, bills, change after change. We didn't make it this far to let a morning routine take us down. So let's take care of ourselves. Let's watch out for each other. And if you learned something today, leave a number 1 in the comments. It tells me this old man's voice is still worth listening to. Thank you for spending part of your day with me. See you in the next video, folks. Take care of your mornings, so your mornings can take care of you. Walter Greene, your old neighbor from Ohio.